I met Douglas when I was 28 years old, and at that time I was working at Say Cheese restaurant, and Hilary Alderson talked about Douglas Cottrell, and she would go and have readings from Doug. And at that time I was having some physical difficulties, pain in my head, and she had suggested that I go and have a reading from him. I'd been to doctors and they weren't able to help me, and so I decided to have a reading from Doug, and I was very nervous about going, but at that time I felt desperate and I felt I really had nothing to lose. So off I went to Orangeville with Hilary for the day to have my reading, and I was 28 years old then. I asked a lot of information, primarily my health and what was going on with my head. I did ask about a past life, what past life was presently influencing this life. And that was very interesting because he had indicated that I was the chief's daughter, and I was a chief's daughter, and my husband was chosen for me at that time. And in that life, I had many, many children. I think he said about 10. And it's interesting, in this life, I have no children. And I have always known that I would not have any children. And in that reading, he indicated that I would have a life that would be my life and nobody would make decisions for me. And I think that anybody knows me, especially my parents, it was hard for them to help me because I was so independent and wanted to make all my own decisions. My first reading with Doug, I was thrilled. I was excited. I felt empowered. Some of the things that stick out in my mind are I was having some difficulties with my knees, and the doctors were not able to help me. I was 35 years old. It was difficult to walk. There was a lot of pain in my knees. So I went to see Doug, and what he had said to me was that at that time, what he had said was that my system was being depleted of calcium. And the cause of that was because of eating chocolate. And at that time, I was eating a lot of chocolate. It is not something that I typically would eat. It was around Christmas time, and so he had directed me not to eat any chocolate for 6 months, not even a chocolate Timbit. So I did, and the pain did go away. The readings have made me feel that I was empowered, that I have choice, and that I'm thinking of the word empowered for me, and what that means. The readings empowered me that I would could make changes in my life, that I had full control, and I am responsible. So the important thing is that we all have problems in our life. The most important thing is that when we're confronted with an issue, it's not really the issue, it's how we deal with the issue.